Written by Dr. Jason Fung. You have probably heard it 1,000 times, a strict rule passed down like an ancient law. Do not eat anything before you go to bed. You've been told that eating late at night is a one-way ticket to gaining weight, that any food consumed after 8 p.m. will sit in your stomach and turn directly into fat while you sleep. This advice, while well-intentioned, is not just overly simple, it is often completely wrong. In fact, for many people, especially those wrestling with stubborn weight or unstable blood sugar, the right kind of snack before bed can be a powerful tool for your health. It can actually help your body burn more fat. This idea might sound completely backward, like being told that the way to stay dry is to walk into the rain. But the science behind it is, surprisingly straightforward and gentle. The truth is that your body is a complex and wonderful machine, and it doesn't just shut down when you close your eyes. It is working hard all night long, repairing muscle, consolidating memories, burning fuel to keep everything running. The secret isn't to starve your body before this important work begins, but to give it the correct type of fuel. A fuel that encourages it to tap into your fat stores instead of creating new ones. Let me ask you a question. What if one small change, one simple change to your nightly routine could help you wake up feeling less hungry, more energized, and with your body in a better state to manage your weight? It sounds too good to be true, but it is not a magic pill or a complicated diet. It is about understanding a fundamental process that happens inside you every single night. The truth about nighttime eating is much kinder and more empowering than the myths you have been led to believe. And tonight, you can start using this truth to your advantage. I want you to forget the guilt and the fear associated with a pre-sleep snack. We are going to erase that old rule from the chalkboard and write a new one. Does this sound familiar? You make it through the day, trying your best to eat well and stick to your plan. But as evening closes in, a gnawing hunger starts to creep up on you. You fight it for a while, the cravings for something sweet, the cravings for something salty. You finally give in, reaching for cookies, a bowl of cereal, a bag of chips. A wave of temporary satisfaction washes over you, but it is quickly followed by a flood of guilt. You tell yourself you failed again, that you have no willpower, and you go to bed feeling defeated. Then, you wake up the next morning not feeling refreshed, but feeling sluggish and even more tired than when you went to sleep. You might feel a little puffy, and your morning craving for sugar is already screaming for attention. When you step on the scale, the number is either stuck, or even more frustratingly, has crept up. It feels like you are trapped in a vicious cycle, where your body seems to be actively working against you, no matter how hard you try. This is a story I hear constantly from people who are dealing with insulin resistance, prediabetes, type 2 diabetes. This struggle is not a sign of personal failure. It is not because you are weak or lack discipline. Many people think of sleep as a passive state, a time when the body simply shuts down and rests, but that could not be further from the truth. The night is one of the most active and important periods for your body's health and maintenance. While your mind is dreaming, your body is running a highly sophisticated repair and rejuvenation program, mending tiny tears in your muscles, clearing out cellular waste from your brain, producing crucial hormones, consolidating the day's experiences into long-term memories. This is incredibly energy-intensive work. To fuel all this activity, your body needs a steady supply of energy. During the day, it primarily uses glucose from the food you have recently eaten. But at night, in the absence of a recent meal, it is supposed to switch its fuel source. It should start by using up the stored sugar called glycogen in your liver, in your muscles. Once that starts to run low, it transitions to its largest energy reserve, your stored body fat. Burning sugar, burning fat. This metabolic flexibility is a hallmark of a healthy metabolism. This natural overnight fat-burning process has one major enemy: high insulin. Infographic seesaw. High insulin. Fat storage versus low insulin. Fat burning. Insulin is the fat storage hormone. Think of it as a traffic cop for your energy. When insulin is present in your bloodstream, it directs incoming energy, sugar, fat, into storage cells. At the same time, it puts up a big red stop sign preventing fat release to be burned for energy. Your body cannot store fat and burn fat at the same time. It must choose one or the other. The secret to unlocking overnight fat burning is keeping insulin low and stable while you sleep. If you go to bed after a large meal or a sugary snack, your insulin will be elevated for hours. That locks the door to your fat stores for the entire night. Your body is forced to rely only on sugar for repair and misses the opportunity to burn stored fat. The trick is not to starve yourself, but to end your day in a way that promotes a low insulin state. Now we arrive at the part that seems confusing at first. If the goal is to keep insulin low, how could eating anything at all possibly help? It feels like a paradox. The key to understanding this lies in recognizing that not all foods are created equal in the eyes of your hormones. Different macronutrients, protein, fat, and carbohydrates, trigger vastly different insulin responses. The wrong snack will absolutely sabotage your efforts. The right snack can actually support overnight fat burning. Imagine late-night hunger. You have two choices. Choice A, a bowl of ice cream. Choice A, a handful of crackers. These are high in refined carbs and sugar. They digest quickly, causing a rapid spike in blood sugar. Your pancreas pumps out a lot of insulin to manage the rush. High insulin shuts down fat burning and flips your body into storage mode. Choice B, a small snack rich in a specific protein and a little healthy fat with very few carbs. Think, a small bowl of plain cottage cheese, or Greek yogurt. Protein has a much smaller impact on insulin than carbs. Healthy fats have almost no impact on insulin. This snack satisfies without a big blood sugar or insulin spike. You calm hunger signals without waking the fat storage hormone. This is the core strategy. A small protein-focused snack is a strategic tool. It prevents greater damage from caving into high-carb junk. It gives fullness and prevents a late-night binge that would spike insulin. By making this smart swap, you keep insulin low and stable, creating the hormonal environment for natural fat burning as you drift to sleep. It's not about adding food, it's about using the right food as a shield. Within the world of protein, there is one particular type that is uniquely suited for this nighttime strategy. It is not as famous as its cousin, whey protein, which you often hear about in the context of post-workout shakes. This special protein is called casein. Casein is the dominant protein found in dairy products, making up about 80% of the protein in cow's milk. Its superpower lies not in speed, but in its slow, deliberate nature. When you consume casein, it forms a gel-like substance in your stomach. This gel-like consistency means that casein is digested very, very slowly. Instead of a rapid flood of amino acids into your bloodstream, casein provides a slow, steady trickle that can last for several hours. Think of it like, the difference between lighting a piece of paper on fire and lighting a dense hardwood log. The paper, like whey protein, burns hot and fast, while the log, casein, provides a low, steady source of heat for a long time. This slow-release property is exactly what you want while you sleep. This steady supply of amino acids throughout the night does several wonderful things. First, it helps you feel full and satisfied, keeping late-night hunger pangs at bay. Second, it provides the necessary building blocks for your body's overnight muscle repair process, which is important for maintaining a healthy metabolism. Research has shown that consuming casein before bed can help preserve lean muscle mass during weight loss, meaning you lose more fat and less muscle. This is crucial because muscle is metabolically active and helps you burn more calories even at rest. Most importantly for our purposes, this slow and steady release does not cause a significant spike in insulin. It keeps your hormonal system calm and quiet. This allows your body to do what it's supposed to do at night. Tap into your fat stores for energy. You can find casein in abundance in foods like cottage cheese and, to a lesser extent, Greek yogurt. For those who prefer a supplement, pure casein protein powder mixed with water is also an excellent option. But, a word of caution is coming, because this strategy isn't right for everyone. It is critically important to understand that this strategy is precise. It is not a free pass to raid the pantry before bed. The wrong type of snack will have the complete opposite effect. It actively promotes fat storage. It also disrupts your sleep. The most common mistake is reaching for high-carbohydrate foods. Refined sugars, starches. These are the worst culprits for derailing nighttime fat burning. Think about typical bedtime snacks: a bowl of cereal, toast with jam, a few cookies, a bag of potato chips, a glass of juice, a glass of soda. Each of these is loaded with fast-digesting carbohydrates. When these hit your system, blood sugar shoots up like a rocket. Your body responds by releasing a flood of insulin. That insulin surge tells cells to stop burning fat. It also signals cells to start storing energy. Excess sugar gets sent to your liver. The liver converts extra sugar into triglycerides, new fat. So you're stopping fat burn and creating new fat before sleep. Hormonal chaos can disrupt growth hormone release. The blood sugar roller coaster can severely disrupt sleep. You may find it harder to fall asleep. Or you might wake up hours later, anxious and hungry as blood sugar crashes. This creates an exhausting cycle. Poor sleep, more cravings the next day. The message is clear: avoid sugars and refined carbs before bed. These foods are not your friend, especially at night. The old advice to simply not eat before bed was a blunt instrument, but it was based on a kernel of truth related to timing. The what you eat is paramount, but the when you eat it also plays a significant role. Stuffing yourself with a large, heavy meal and then immediately lying down is never a good idea. Digestive discomfort, acid reflux, poor sleep quality. Your digestive system needs a little time to get to work before you lie down. The ideal window for a strategic, protein-rich snack is about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. This timing is a sweet spot for several reasons. It gives your stomach time to start digesting, reducing the risk of reflux, reducing the risk of feeling overly full. Casein's slow-release effects kick in as you drift off, giving a steady supply of amino acids through the night. Eating too early, 3 hours before bed, 4 hours before bed, can defeat the purpose. You might feel hungry again as you try to fall asleep and reach for a second, less healthy snack. Eating too late, like 5 minutes before bed, can interfere with falling asleep for some. The goal: feel comfortably satisfied, not stuffed. The 30 to 60 minute window is a practical compromise for most people. It helps separate the snack from dessert or recreational eating. Frame it as the final functional step in your day's nutrition plan, prepping your body for repair and fat burning. Avoid eating while distracted, like in front of the TV. Be intentional. Prepare your small snack. Sit down and eat it calmly. Begin your wind-down routine. Brushing your teeth, reading a book, meditating. This ritual signals that the day's eating is officially over. Theory is wonderful, but action is what creates change. You do not need to wait to start implementing this. You can try this simple, safe, and effective strategy tonight. Here are 4 clear, practical actions you can take in just a few hours. Remember, the goal is a small, protein-focused snack that is low in carbohydrates and sugar. It is not a meal, it is a tool. This small step is about giving your body the right kind of fuel to work with while you rest. First, choose your slow protein source. The best and most accessible option for many is plain cottage cheese. Aim for a portion of about 100 to 150 grams, roughly a half cup or a few heaping tablespoons. Read the label and choose a brand that is low in sugar. Full fat or low fat is a personal choice, but the full fat version often has fewer additives and can be more satiating. Plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt is another excellent choice. If you are using a protein powder, 1 scoop of casein protein mixed with water or unsweetened almond milk is perfect. Second, you can add a small amount of healthy fat or flavor, but do not add sugar. A tiny sprinkle of cinnamon is a great choice, as it has its own potential benefits for blood sugar regulation and adds flavor without calories. You could also add a very small handful of nuts, like 5 or 6 almonds, or a tablespoon of chia seeds. The healthy fat and fiber from these additions can further slow digestion and increase satiety, making the snack even more effective at keeping hunger at bay through the night. Avoid adding honey, maple syrup, fruit, or granola. This journey to better health is not about making massive, punishing changes overnight. It is not about deprivation or a battle of willpower that leaves you exhausted. It is about making a series of small, intelligent choices that add up over time. Implementing a strategic, protein-rich bedtime snack is a perfect example of such a choice. It is a small, gentle shift in your routine that can create a significant positive ripple effect on your hormones, your sleep, your energy levels, your body's ability to burn fat. You are not broken, and your body is not your enemy. It is a logical system that responds to the signals you give it. For too long, you may have been unintentionally sending it signals that promote fat storage and energy crashes. Tonight, you can start sending it a different signal, a signal of calm, steady fuel that says, it's safe to burn fat now. This is not about finding a magic bullet. It is about learning to work in partnership with your own biology.